All right, family. If you didn't know, I am into bikes, especially road bikes. I love road bikes. What got me into the biking is actually from Walmart. Now, I know those bikes are not the best bikes to buy, and majority of those bikes you should not buy because one, they're hard to work on, and I also think that those bikes are throwaway bikes. Like once it has a major issue, you throw them away. Not all the bikes from Walmart. Is one in particular that is a good bike. It is a mountain bike. The name is Ozark Trail. Now those are pretty decent bikes for the money, but you do have your bike snobs that would say that bike is ass too. But enough about the Walmart bikes. We're not here to talk about the Walmart bikes or bash the Walmart bikes. But I did find this bike on Facebook Marketplace, the Ross Countach, if I pronounced that right. Um, I tried to find some info on this bike, to be honest, and it was not much info. I don't believe this is the higher end Ross bike, so that's probably why it's not too much info about this bike. So I am looking for a Ross signature. My bike was designed by Tom Kellogg, so I'm on the hunt for that bike. And the reason why I purchased this bike is because I picked up a job that does not provide parking. So this is the reason why I pursued this bike, and it got me back into bikes, to be honest, because at first I was into bikes and then I stopped, but now it just brought me back. It brought me back in, and I'm also a bike flipper as well, to where I pick up bikes, I fix them up, and then I flip the bikes. So I'm more of a flipper than a rider per se, but I still love bikes. I'm gonna be taking this bike out every day, and did this bike actually need some things done before it's technically road ready. I did see some things that we have to fix. Like it probably needs a whole new uh chain and everything. Now I did oil it like yesterday. Um so it does need some things done. I know for sure that the brakes on this bike need to be done. Um, if anybody can tell me what is this, please let me know. Um, I don't know what that is actually. I don't know if it's a speed odometer. I don't know, but let me know. This bike is actually from the 1980s, so this bike is pretty old, and it looked like everything on this bike is original. Like nothing has been switched out. So now this particular bike, from the research that I have done, is not a sought after bike. It could probably be one of their mass produced bikes. But nobody has held this bike in high regard. So in my opinion, I don't know if this bike holds any value how the signature bike pass, to be honest. But I rode this bike. It felt pretty good. I will have to raise up the handlebars. And I could say this bike is, you can ride this bike right now, like if you wanted to, but eventually you're gonna have to get the maintenance done on this bike. Now, I am big on supporting the bike shops. That they are expensive, but I do enjoy supporting them. If you wanted to tune up this bike, it's probably going to run you $130. I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida, and they had mobile bike repair where I used them a lot because I didn't have to leave my house. They come to me. I looked up one yesterday in my area, and I just felt for them to be a mobile bike repair shop, that their prices was a little bit elevated. I already know they got maintenance on their van and all of that, but it's not a brick and mortar, so I think the prices should be a little bit lower, but that's just my opinion. But this is the Ross Countach. I'm sorry. See, you're probably gonna need some new tires on here, you know, and all of that. You see, we got a little bit of rust over here. We see we got the Ross emblem, you know. And you know this bike is from the 80s because we got these switchers here. You know, this is a sign that this bike is an 80s type of bike. When I was on this bike, it is kind of hard to switch because you got to take your hand off the handlebars and all of that. But other than that, I feel like this bike will be a good commuter bike. I'm able to ride this bike every day, lose some weight, and get back healthy. And I'm looking for other bikes to flip, to buy and flip, and also to add to my collection as well. I do have some other bikes that I want. I'm more into vintage, but I will take on a new bike as well. I particularly like road bikes, but I'm open to other bikes like mountain bikes. But I'm in Florida, so it's like it's mostly flat land here, so it's like I'm not going in the mountains and all of that. So you know, for me, I like speed. That's why I like the road bikes. I like speed, and I'm just a big road bike guy. So any bikes that I collect or I buy for myself, it'll probably be a road bike. And any bikes that I flip, it could be anything. It could be a mountain bike, a road bike, a gravel bike, you know. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this Ross Countach bike. Like obviously they're out of business now. They're not making any more bikes as far as I know. They went bankrupt in like 1989. And even though this bike is not like you know, like everybody wants this bike, I'm still gonna hold on to this bike because it's the last of the last. Now it's not a collector's item as far as I know, but I think if you fix up this bike and you invest in the parts and stuff, you could probably flip this bike for $300 depending. Nah, I could be wrong. But yeah. But this is the bike, man. The Ross Countach. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.